Alright everyone, that's my bucket of soil mix. I got some in here right now. It's cocoa coir, perlite, and worm castings. My water here is sea salt and water mixture. These two onions I'm going to harvest up. They've grown tall, but they're not getting fat, so I'll go ahead and harvest them. And I'll put that dirt in here with this over here. I'll mix it all up because that dirt can be reused. And I got two different types of 2-inch cups. I got these little bitty ones I got from where I buy my stuff at. They drop all the way down in the hole. I like these the best because they got the thin slots and they sit with they got a better lip so you can get a hold of it to pull it in and out if you need to for any reason. And then I got these new ones I just bought, which the lip's not quite as big, but they're still, and it's not as firm, solid, but they're still pretty good cups. So I'm going to use these to begin with for most of them until I run out, and then I'll go to these over here. So I'll use these and I'll use these. And I got a whole bunch of these. I got like 100 of these, so I got more than enough. And then we'll be planting my lettuce, cucumbers, green onions, sweet basil, yellow summer squash, green summer squash, dill, oregano, and cilantro. So what I do is I get some of the soil here that's mixed up, some cocoa coir, perlite, and worm castings, and that should hopefully be enough. And let me see. I don't know how I can do this so y'all can see it, but maybe if I put it right here. Y'all be able to see what I'm doing. I'm going to harvest these onions. So pull them out, and I'm going to break the soil off of them. Because like I said, the soil's still good. Alright, that's one onion. What's nice about this is you can, like I said, you can reuse this stuff over and over again. And get that off my finger there. So you can reuse this stuff over and over again and make it real good. And what you want is your cocoa coir to be moist and firm to where it makes a tack, but is not mushy. And water doesn't squeeze out of it. That's probably too much. I'll probably put more in there, but that's okay. Or we could add more dirt if we need to. See, with the water dripping out. Too much water. And put a handful of that in there. And this stuff swells up big time, so. And I get real good sprouting. It sprouts real quick because I put the worm castings in there, which are they're like a superfood for the plants. It's probably the best fertilizer you can get. Yeah, you see I still got too much liquid in there. Another handful should do it. Oh, still too much. Shouldn't take too much more. Like I said, you want to be able to pack it, but not have any water dripping out of it. And this stuff, like I said, will absorb tons of moisture, so I'm making too much of it up, but that's okay. I'll just leave it out here to dry out, and then I can stick it back in my bucket, or what I don't use. So when you harvest your plants, you can take the dirt, throw it on a black sheet, just lay it out there flat, let it dry out. That's just about right. Okay, so what we do is we take our cups and we'll pack it, the dirt. You want to pack it in there. Okay, and dust it off. Pack it in there nice and tight. There we go. 2 fingers, and get it cleaned up. And then we'll take my punch. I'm gonna punch here. I'm gonna punch a hole here in the middle. Make a hole. And let's set it right there. And we'll do another one. Okay, clean off them all. And you want to pack pretty tight in there. What I do, we'll punch. Oh, there it is. Wouldn't be a hole in the middle there. My seed. Okay. And this is how I started doing this last year. When I was seeding my own seeds, I would use a whole different process, and my plants had a hard time standing up. They'd fall over and stuff like that because there was nothing for them to stay secure to. So this works out a lot better. And so anyway, got 3 of them done there for you to see. Let me clean my hands off. And what I do is, let's start out with our green onions. Okay, as you can see, I got the little seeds there in my hand, and what we're going to do is we'll take them and we'll put a couple there, a couple there, and a couple in there, and then you just kind of put the dirt over the top of them. And then we'll take them and, oops, they fell over. That's why you don't want to happen if you can help it. Our wind's starting to pick up. Gotta be careful. Okay, we'll take these, and I think I'm going to stick them. That's one of my onions right there. I'll stick that one right there. And that's the other cap I told you that I would use last. You can see how they sit down compared to how these sit down. Hopefully I didn't lose my seeds out of that. I'll put one right there, and I'll stick one. I'll put one right there, and back here. So I got my 4 onions there, And as you can see, the sprouting technique is working really well. I got these sprouting up real good, and this corn and this corn are starting to sprout. But you can see all the sprouts that are coming up there. That one's sprouting. That one's sprouting. So I'm getting my tomatoes, my corn. This is my lettuce mix. You can see the little red ones. I don't know if you can actually see them or not, but we got a cloudy, overcast day. Yeah, got one corn. These two corn are starting to sprout. That one's not yet. I don't remember what that was I planted there. Got my tomatoes are sprouting. My lettuce is booming, man. I mean, it is booming. You can see where I trimmed that off. Look at the growth back on that thing already. See how that's going up almost an inch on top there from where I cut it down. This is starting to sprout back up. Look at this. I got all this is just growing big time. Keep harvesting off of this. My broccoli's standing straight up now. I mean, it's just growing back up tall instead of falling over like it was doing. But look at all the heads getting on it. It's just booming. So my poor leek. I need to put some dirt in my leek to help hold it up. And that plant over there too. That lettuce over there too. So I'll bring some in and do that. But I mean, you can just see how my garden is growing great. But that's how I do my seeds now. And because they're taking off so well doing it that way, that's the way I'm going to do them, and hopefully they'll keep doing great that way. The seesaw and the worm poo help boost root growth and germination. So, like I said, you can see how great the seeds are popping up out of there. I can't be happier. It's just phenomenal the way it's growing. My poor little leek there, I'm going to have to move him, I think, because he is growing up into, he's going up into the light. We're going to have to move him. Look at the roots on this thing. Oh, look how clean they are. I'll put him over here off to the side here because he there we go. And that gives him more room to grow. He's just booking it, man. I mean, when I got him, he was about this tall, and now look at him. I mean, look at that, man. I mean, just the growth on these things are just phenomenal. Anyway, I'm gonna go plant the rest of my seeds. That's how I do my seeding. I seed them in my bed, and so I'll keep you all updated on how that goes as far as my other seeds. You know, the lettuce mix, the corn is sprouting, the tomatoes are sprouting. Those are beans. Those are beans. So I got tomatoes, beans, corn, and lettuce is what I got here. And pretty much all of them are sprouting except for that one and that one. I think that's a corn. I think that's a bean. Those should be on 2 tomatoes. This corn, you can see where it's starting to try to sprout there. I think maybe you can see it. And that one, you can probably see it's trying to sprout. So anyway, hopefully they'll pick up and go. Let's see if they're getting wet on the bottom. Yeah, they're getting wet on the bottom. And what I'll do is, once the roots start dropping down, I'll pull them up out of there a little bit farther up higher out of there so the water's not hitting the dirt at all. They'll just be getting on the roots. So that's me and my that's how I as you can see, let's see, the water's barely touching the bottom there. That's how I'm doing my sprouting my plants. It works great. I'll be giving me some gamboni fish next week. No, the week after next, I'll be giving me some gamboni fish to put in my raft for any mosquito larvae or anything else that they can eat in there that can cause problems. But I'll get my other seeds planted and get them in here to sprout up and everything. So I'll keep y'all posted. Thanks.